Am I the a-hole for spending my son's university fund on a trip to Europe to drink beer like I always threatened, instead of giving it to his stepbrother after he passed away? My son was smart, smarter than me. I almost asked for a paternity test because he was so damn intelligent. That's a joke, by the way. My ex-wife and I divorced when he was about 12. She remarried when he was 14, and I did when he was 16. I had an RESP, Registered Education Savings Plan, set up for him. That's an education fund in Canada. As long as he went for post-secondary education, he could use the money for anything he wanted. I always told him that I was perfectly fine if he chose not to go to university. That way, I could use the money I had saved up for him to go to Belgium and buy some beer from monks, who only allow you to buy one case at a time. He knew I was joking, and we both laughed about it. He always played along with my little jokes. He wouldn't let me get his goat. When he got accepted to McGill University, it was the proudest moment of my life. I took him out for a beer to celebrate his achievement and, admittedly, to mourn the loss of my trip to Europe. Then, tragedy struck. My son was struck and killed by a drunk driver in March. I'm still trying to cope with it, and so is my ex-wife. Through all of this, my wife has been my rock. She's been holding me up, supporting me through the hardest time of my life. I was dealing with funeral arrangements and everything else when my ex came to talk to me about the money in the RESP fund. She knew he had a scholarship, so he was planning on using the money mostly for living expenses and an emergency fund. She asked me what I was going to do with it now. I told her, I'm going to do what I always said I would do. I'm going to Europe to drink beer. She asked if she could have the money for her son, my stepson. She said he needed it for his expenses. I thought about it for a moment, then said no. Now, her husband is a decent guy, but he made it clear he wasn't responsible for any expenses for my son. I'm not saying he's a bad guy, but beyond food, shelter, and the basics, he didn't feel responsible. I said no because I'm going to keep my word and do what I promised. I'm going to go drink beer in my son's honor. She thinks I'm wasting thousands of dollars, and I guess I am. I have to give back the government portion of the fund, but frankly, I don't care. My ex thinks I'm being stupid and irresponsible for wasting my son's money this way, but I just can't bring myself to care. Honestly, my son would have laughed his ass off if he knew I actually went through with it. What do you think? Am I the a-hole here? Should I have given the money to my stepson, or is this something my son would have found funny too? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below.